A live look at Acrisure Bounce House in the heart of beautiful Orlando, Florida. And while today is the final home game of the season for one team, it is more importantly a celebration. Senior Day. It's the Miami Hurricanes and the UCF Knights. Reese Davis, David Pollock, Jesse Palmer here in the booth. Holly Rowe is down on the sidelines, and we check in with her right now.
UCF has a unique stadium, the Acrisure Bounce House. Florida tries to get this going loud and proud in Orlando. It opened in 2007. Nearly 50,000 fans pack it in to make sure that is loud and crazy for the Golden Knights. Back to you.
Holly, thank you. The Knights will kick off first, and here we go. And he'll bring it back. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. His blocks. It's Fletcher. They'll knock him down after a pickup of 1 to the 18.
That's a fantastic play by the linebacker. He has such tremendous instincts. As soon as he sees run, he's coming downhill. He's got great speed. He gets you on the ground. That's why he's one of the best linebackers in the entire country.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Here's Darian Mensah to throw. On the move. And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17.
It's always interesting to view the good teams, the teams that are ranked versus the teams that aren't ranked. And this defense, man, like, how do they play it today? I love that start, man. Coming out aggressive, flying around, playing like your hair's on fire, getting a sack to start this game, getting a little momentum on their side.
Darian Mensah from the gun on 3rd down. Oh, he's ready to take a shot. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in. And the Hurricanes will bring the punt team onto the field. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. Gets off his first one of the day. He was called on 5 times in the victory last week. He'll be guided out of bounds, but not before a nifty return on that one. Handoff, Duke Watson running left. And they're able to force him out of bounds after a short pickup.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Looking to throw, it's Barnett. Look out! And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
He didn't have a whole lot of time to get rid of that one. The defense was all over him right after the snap. No wonder that thing fell incomplete.
They need a huge play on 3rd and long. Changing the routes with his receivers. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Fires to the wideout. Another incompletion on 3rd down.
Well, this is a disappointing drive for the offense considering where this drive started, in their opponent territory. Now you're at 4th and long. You've got to be better throwing the football in those types of situations.
The Knights will punt it away on 4th down. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line.
Dude, how about that? Boom. I mean, you talk about power. That dude just booted that thing halfway across the field, completely flipping the field position and getting it down inside the 10. That is a nice job by that punter.
Miami's offense comes out ready to go to work. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, hoping for better fortune this time around. They put the brakes on it.
Yeah, on offense, this is a tough place to run the football. Back in your own end, the defense is expecting you to do it, and that's why they're loading the box. This is a great opportunity to take a shot down the sideline to your best wide receiver in a one-on-one situation.
Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. On the run, it's Pringle. Looks as if he'll work his way forward and get it up to about the 11-yard line.
Really nice play call there on 2nd and long by the offensive coordinator. He was able to get a lot of that yardage back by running the football, and now, of course, it sets up a 3rd and manageable situation.
Pulls and fired complete. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks. They didn't quite get that route run deep enough to pick up the first down. Now they've got a 4th and short.
And I think everybody at home tends to yell at their television set. Why aren't you getting past the first down marker? Why did you run your route short? Defense did a good job knowing where that was. But now, 4th down, offense has to make a decision.
They booted away on 4th down. Not a lot of room to make this catch. He's got great speed. Well, they finally stop him, but he found some running room on that return and really helps out his offense to start this drive. The Knights start this drive as the offense looks ready to go. They went 3 and out on their first possession, now to see if they can be more productive this time around. They'll run out of the gun with Watson. Got the first out. And you can see the offense just feeling itself. They've got it down to the 21. The Knights, after ripping off that huge run, let's see if they can do it again. Making the adjustment on the play. Dropping back, it's Barnett. Right side, it's Wade. Makes the catch, but goes no further, and it'll be a short pickup on that one.
Well, this tight end, he's got size and he's got some athleticism, and he's very difficult to cover one-on-one. Defense is going to have their hands full with him today.
They'll need a bunch on 2nd down. Quick give. It's Chambers. Fights through the pile and picks up a couple down to the 16.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
In the gun and looking to throw on 3rd down. Left side, it's Charles. That'll be enough to give them a 1st and goal from the 10.
It's tough on the defense there. 3rd down, you're in zone coverage. Everybody's watching the quarterback, and you're trying to make a break on the ball, but he just got it out of his hands too quickly, and the throw was too accurate. Really nothing you can do there, and it's now a fresh set of downs.
The Knights with the 1st and 10. Fresh setter downs going to the air. They're all over him. Nobody open. He just throws it away, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
In most instances, I would say really, really nice decision by the quarterback. But when you've got speed like this guy has, I think you'd sometimes, instead of throwing it away, would like to see him take off and see if he can go make something with his feet.
Quarterback signaling to his guys. Drops back. It's Barnett. Still moving to his right, trying to make a big play. Touchdown, Knights! Right on the money, and he makes the grab in the end zone. Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they finish it off by connecting from 10 yards out. It bounds through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Tells the run, wants to pass. Unloads to the right. Got a man, it's Pringle. Wide open spaces. And he takes it all the way down to the 26-yard line. This is an explosive attack, and that last big play has them set up 1st and 10 from the 26. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Fletcher. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
Well, they want to come out and try to get the run game established, but up front defensively, they made a play. They gave up nothing on that one.
Got to find some breathing room if you're going to establish yourself on the ground, and there wasn't any that time.
Yeah, Reese, I wonder now if this offense is maybe going to try to get to the perimeter of the field and see if they can use their speed to hurt this defense.
A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on 2nd down. Movement from the linebackers trying to mess with the offensive line's assignments. Throwing, Ncaa. Out wide right, it's Lofton. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. The Hurricanes come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to convert here. From the gun, wants to pass. Unloads to the wideout. And the incomplete pass will wrap up the first quarter. They flipped into the field, and we're ready to play. They're in field goal range here on 4th down, but they're going to keep this offense on the field. Got to make the play on 4th. Unloads it left. Oh, he dropped it. Just didn't look it all the way in, and they'll turn it over on downs. They spun that wheel of fortune on 4th down and come up bankrupt.
And sometimes the best defense is getting a little bit lucky. He was open. He had a chance to make a play. He just drops it through his hand. It was pretty good defense, but you take those breaks when you can get it.
To the air, it's Barnett. Rolling to the right, trying to make something happen. Got his man. Breaks into the open. He goes out of bounds after the big play, but there is a penalty marker on the field. Let's see what that one's about. They'll take the penalty and move them back. Wide receiver going in motion. They'll go to the air. Pulls it in. Run ends there.
And after giving up that completion, guys, I wonder if the defense is going to decide to stay in zone or maybe mix things up, a little more man coverage, maybe blitz.
Offense gets set for 2nd down. Making the adjustment. 2nd down, gonna throw it. Just gets rid of that one.
Well, the receiver was double covered on that play, and I don't know if the decision by the QB had to do with the pressure. Because he was hurried, he just had to get rid of that faster than he wanted to. He's lucky he didn't come away with an interception.
Now looking for that 1st down on 3rd and short from the 26. From the gun, wants to pass. Under pressure. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. They'll mark him down right there, but it is a big play, and they'll move the chains. The Knights have it with a 1st and 10. Looking for a man. It's Barnett. Still looking. Couldn't find anybody to throw to. He'll just toss it away. It'll be 2nd down.
And that goes down as incompletion, but that's a smart play. And the QB coach and the OC will be very happy with the decision of the quarterback. He got outside the pocket. He obviously was he's outside the tackle boxes. He knew he could throw it away as long as he got it past the line of scrimmage. Nothing there, nothing open. Live to fight another down.
They'll send the back in motion. Wants to keep it in the air. Time running out, and he goes down at the 34.
And I think that time he was trusting his pocket awareness and his arm a little bit too much. You've got to remember, you're one of the best athletes in the country playing the position. If you see a crease, you've just got to take off and get it.
After that sack, the offensive line better get it stuffed together. Stuff, you know what I mean by stuff. 3rd down. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. He's going to run it. And the defense is there to stop him short of the 1st down.
Man, now and if this offense could go back, they'd be like, throw it away. You know, don't take the sack earlier in the downs because the scramble now puts you in a good 4th down situation. Interested to see what this offense does, but they got to stay away from those negative plays.
He'll aim it toward the sideline to try to make it tough on the return team. Looks it in. Slips through the line. He did a great job finding some running room on that return and was able to set up the offense with good field position. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. Boy, that last drive, they had a chance to put 3 on the board and passed. This one needs to be productive, David.
Yeah, I got no problem with aggressiveness. It was a pretty decent drive. This offense isn't fully clicking yet. They need to get in a little better rhythm, and they need to capitalize on those scoring opportunities.
And they've got the weapons to do that too, David. They've got guys that can make plays in space. They need to focus on them and get them the ball this drive.
Got 3 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 7. Rides to the back. He's got enough. Oh, that big stiff arm got him some room. Slippery slide. Find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Canes. Setting up for the extra point and the tie. And they add the extra point to finish the drive. That drive took no time at all. A couple of plays and finished it with the long run for the touchdown.
Number 94, set to kick it off.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Now the UCF offense ready to go back to work. That last drive won't go on the highlight reel after ending in a punt. They'd like to be more productive this time, David.
And I think this offense has to be a little bit more balanced. Find a little balance between the run, Jesse, and working in that pass.
And I think, too, David, it's just going to take a spark. It just takes one play to get this thing picked up and going.
Out across the 30 mark, down at the 35 after the 10-yard gain.
And that's a great job executing the drag route. You just bring the big fella across the formation, wait for him to come open. The quarterback does a good job seeing him, finds him in the hole, hits him. Perfect job.
Back to throw, it's Barnett. Fires to the right. Working the big fella downfield and outside. Into enemy territory and out of bounds at the 48.
I like this tight end. He does a really nice job on his route running. He's been beating man coverage. He can find the soft spots and zones. You got to get him involved.
Now across the 50 and at the 48-yard line. They'll have it 1st and 10. Fresh set of downs going up top. Got it in the middle. It's Wade. There he goes. Good, solid pickup there. Now they can start to smell it with a 1st down at the 31.
Well, that's not a bad 3 plays in a row. Palmer, you probably never did that in your life, but 3 plays, 3 completions, like he's seeing it very quickly. Good protection up front, finding his receivers, and that's 3 explosive plays in a row.
Snap on 1st down, wants to throw. Just can't pull the trigger, and the quarterback is sacked at the 41.
Well, the offense trying to stay aggressive, right? You just came up with a huge play, and right away you go back to another pass, but you got to do a better job protecting your quarterback. Can't give up a sack there.
We'll take a quick break as we have reached the final 2 minutes of the 1st half. The Knights now with a long way to go to pick up the 1st down. Motion from the wide receiver. 2nd down, going to throw it. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the 1st half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the 2nd half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
We'll see if the offense can move the chains after that incompletion. He slings it deep to the left. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on.
It's so nice when you know it's 3rd and long, you know a pass is coming, you worked on it all week, get your feet set at the sticks, understand that quarterback's got to be rushed, get him off of his spot. Nice execution by this defense.
And it's good from 58 yards out.
And he knocks another one through. And how about this kicker? Good way to start off your season, right? Like, what do you have at the spot? Sometimes you don't know. Can he make those kicks? Starting off, hasn't missed one yet. Been very dependable for this squad.
They'll put this one in play. 1st snap of the drive from the 25. Out across the 30, steps out of bounds at the 31-yard line as they try to put something together.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
They'll move the wide receiver. Ncaa. And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21.
And a great job by the defense, dropping in zone coverage, all eyes on the quarterback, taking away the options, and then finally the pass rush gets home, gets him on the ground.
The Knights going to go ahead and call their 1st timeout. The brain trust getting thoughts together for this big 3rd down coming up. The bounce house is rolling here on 3rd down, trying to help UCF. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. He finds a dead spot in the middle. He's knocked down just short of the 30 at the 29-yard line. It brings up 4th down. UCF wants to take a moment. They use their 2nd timeout. Gives him a little time to dig deep in the play sheet and figure out what to do on 4th down. kick is in the air. He'll try to make the catch in traffic. Little pressure on the coverage team there, and they'll stop him at the 47-yard line. They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. Dropping back, it's Barnett. Throwing right. He's got it. There he goes down the right side. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, UCF!
Such a nice job by the wide receiver there on the corner route. He did a nice job off of the stem, not telegraphing where he was going. The defender had no idea. And when he broke to the corner, he created a little bit of separation. There was an accurate throw. He made the catch and then took it into the end zone.
The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Here's Ncaa to throw. Right side, it's Fletcher.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
Second and short, maybe looking for a shot. Can't hang on after the hit, and it'll bring up third down.
And a lot of times when you see running backs catch the football, man, they've got a little bit of space to operate. That's great coverage. Being right there when he catches the ball to deliver the hit, to make sure he doesn't secure the catch, elite coverage.
Ncaa from the gun on third down. Out wide left, it's Jacobs. Love to see these third down conversions on offense, and they're out to their own 39-yard line. And the Canes getting set on 1st and 10. Fresh center downs going to the air. Caught. Gets the ball up to the 50-yard line, and it'll be first down.
Well, that's one the defender would love to have back. Great coverage there on the corner route. That's a 50-50 ball. He just has to do a better job high-pointing it at the top. The receiver beat him to the ball and made a big play.
Here's Ncaa to throw. Just not quite able to make the connection. It's incomplete.
Second down.
Long way to go on second down. Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. Quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at the 42.
What a great job by this defense setting the tone early. In the first half, they've been hitting the quarterback early and often. Make him feel uncomfortable. Make him feel that pressure. Keep getting him on the ground. That's why they built the lead.
Third and long from the 42. If they can get some of it, it might give them a chance to go for it on fourth down. Out wide right, it's Jacobs. They make the stop about 4 yards short of the first down. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays.
Really nice individual effort that time by the wide receiver. He was trying to get the first down. There was no way he was going out of bounds there on third. Fighting for every inch he could get. Didn't quite get there, and now you've got a big decision. If you're the head coach, you're going to stay on the field and try to go for this thing.
They're going to send out the field goal unit, and that kicker will have to launch a rocket. Somebody better check that dude's foot and see if it's juiced. Man, oh man, from outside 60, he sails it through.
I know they're trailing going into the locker room here at halftime, but kicking that field goal gives them a little bit of a jolt, a little bit of a boost of momentum that they can carry with them into the second half. And there's a lot of football left to go here. I can't wait to see what happens.
Number
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. He's changing the play. Moving the pocket, it's Barnett. Going for the big play. He's got it down the field. They finally make the stop, but that one will make those halftime stats look a little nicer as we head to the break. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
A lot of scoreboard watching today, fellas, but fear not, Week 13, we've got you covered here on the College Football Update Show. We start with a look at LSU taking on the Arkansas Razorbacks.
And the Canes will kick it off to start the second half. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. UCF has it once again. What do you think about that? They start this third quarter with the lead, but they might want to think about shoring up that protection.
Yeah, the good news is you're leading on the scoreboard. The bad news is your quarterback doesn't feel like it because you can't protect him. So, David, adjustments in pass protection, that has to be something they were talking about here at halftime.
100%. Just you can't get him hit that much. He's still doing a good job delivering the football, but if you keep hitting the quarterback enough, man, they'll start to see ghosts, they'll panic, and they'll make some of those mistakes.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Snapped it in the shotgun. Moving out to the right. Couldn't find anyone open here, and he'll live to fight another play. It'll be 3rd down.
Like the job by the defense there in coverage. They took every option away from the quarterback. He was outside of the pocket, nowhere to go with it, so they forced the incompletion throwaway.
Probably the toughest call on the play sheet. 3rd and long. Ball's at the 25. Quarterback changing the play. Looking to throw, it's Barnett. Escapes the pressure to his right. Turns it upfield. That's not quite going to be enough as they stop him 4 yards short of the marker. The Knights will line up to punt it away. They'll look to pin him deep. Gets it away, good distance, but more importantly, just the direction he wanted. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. So they get the ball back after the defense forces a punt, and I'm sure they tried to make some adjustments at halftime after a little bit of a rocky first half. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49.
And I don't want to marginalize you guys' athletic ability, but I feel like Palmer and Davis both could have ran through that hole. I mean, that was unbelievable job by the offensive line, paving the way. He's getting to the second level before he's even getting contacted. That better change for this defense, or they're going to be in for a long game.
Runs through a tackle. Second and long here. Turns up, it's Jacobs. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down.
Man, you put those slot receivers in there, and here's why you do it. You back them off the football a lot of times, but who's guarding them? A lot of times those are linebackers. Those are safeties. You get those good matchups where you can feature one of your speedsters, and a lot of times good things happen.
On the direct snap, it's Fletcher. They might go back to that one in a big spot as they pick up the first down out of the Wildcat.
That has got to be so demoralizing for the defense. You haven't been able to stop this guy all game long. And here on third down, they're handing it off to him anyway because they don't think you can stop him. This defense right now, you see a lot of people hanging their heads a little bit because they're not playing with tons of confidence.
And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
9-yard pickup on first down, and now they can take a shot on second and short. Using his legs, it's Fletcher. Pulled down there, but they'll move the sticks, and it's a first down.
Basic run plays. I don't need a bunch of complicated stuff sometimes. I just need to get the first down and get the sticks moving.
The Canes have it with a 1st and 10. Throwing, Ncaa. Can't hold on in the face of the contact.
Well, they were trying to sneak him out of the backfield that time into the passing game, but that did not fool anybody on defense. What a hit, forcing that incompletion.
They don't need a bunch on second down. Looking to throw. Fires to the right. Hauls it in. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line.
And you see so many smart wide receivers, so many smart tight ends nowadays that they know where the holes in those zones are, and they work with their quarterback, and they find them, and they sit down in them and make big plays. It's tough to sit back in zone against such smart players nowadays.
They'll break out the Wildcat to try to move the chains. On the snap, it's Fletcher. They get him on the ground. The defense knew exactly where they had to stop him, and it's 4th down.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys, and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You can tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
The offense failed to convert on 4th down earlier, but that didn't change their thinking here. Got enough space. Runs it into the house. Touchdown, Miami! The extra point here would tie the game. And after that extra point, we have a tie ball game in the 3rd quarter. So the touchdown drive goes 63 yards. And the capper came on the run to the end zone from the 13. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. To the air. It's Barnett. Oh, pressure's coming. Caught. He's down right there. Short gain on the grab.
And a really nice job by the wide receiver. You run a drag route, find space. They're in zone coverage. They're not covering man-to-man. Find a little hole. Look at that QB. Y'all get on the same page. You could tell they were, and that's why they got the first down.
After the 4-yard completion on first down, now it's 2nd and 6. He's looking to pass. Throws to the tight end. Intercepted for the 11th time this season. He'll try to take it back. Past the 10. Touchdown, Hurricanes. Took it all the way back to the house. On to attempt the try. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Going to audible here. Let's see what they do. First play of the drive, he'll look to throw. Left side, it's Wade. He'll move it up to the 37-yard line, and it'll be a first down.
Man, nice job getting the ball out of his hands quickly, understanding the big fella's open. And the big fella, I don't mean an offensive lineman anymore. That's what tight ends used to be, is just an extension of the O-line. These guys are now extensions at receiver. They can make big plays, get him the ball, run after the catch.
Got his man. Stopped after a gain of 3. It'll be 2nd and 7.
This is why there's a lot of receivers that go alligator arms and they start tiptoeing over the middle of the field, because you don't want to be living where these big physical linebackers are. This guy, though, completely fearless, crosses the defender's face. He makes the catch, gets absolutely laid out by the linebacker, but he holds on anyway.
Wide receiver comes in motion. Back to throw, it's Barnett. Can't quite make the connection there. Might have led him a little too much.
And listen, as a quarterback, you're trying to find the matchup, trying to find who's open. I don't know if anybody was open, but that was not a greatly thrown football. I don't know if it was miscommunication, but the ball thrown out of bounds and just on to the next down.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. He slides and gets the first down. What a weapon to have a guy who can move the chains for you by any means necessary.
This quarterback, man, looks like he's playing angry right now. He did not like that interception he threw the last time out on the field. You could see on the sidelines, guys, he could not wait to get back out there. And that time, it was like he was running mad. I don't even know if he really wanted to throw that ball. He just wanted to take off, scramble, go get the first down.
He turns this into a nice gain and gets down to avoid the hit. Very close to putting a bow on this one. Gives us a minute to check out the top 25 here in the final week of the season and to wonder what type of impact this result will have on these rankings. And we're just about ready to go with the final quarter. They go back to work in the final period of this one.
53, go!
Drops back on first down. The quick game. Across the 25, he's got room. He's finally stopped and brought down at the 15. The Knights headed quickly to the line. They're changing things up, trying to get everyone set. Motion from the wideout. They've marched to the red zone, and here they go. Rush right in his face. He's picked off, and he's thrown a dozen of them.
When you get in the red zone, you can see as a defense, you get into your drops really quickly and you get your eyes on the quarterback and you try to read his eyes and break on the football. It's such tight windows to throw in. Great job by the defender breaking on the ball, creating the interception.
The Canes offense comes onto the field looking to put together a drive. So the defense sets them up with that interception. Now a couple of first downs, maybe even punching a score, and they'll go home with the W.
And I like the first thought process right here. Run the football. We want to run that clock with the lead. Thank you to the defense for forcing that turnover, setting us up. Now if we can put a few first downs together, we're looking really good.
The give. And I think he got back to the 2-yard line, but the defense was ready for the run.
And that was a big-time stop defensively. Being physical, creating a negative play on that last run. Now you're setting up third down. This is the critical time. You've got to find a way to get off the field. You're trailing late in the game. Give it back to your offense to go see if they can score.
They'll turn to the Wildcat to keep this drive alive. On the direct snap, it's Fletcher. Hard running there. They bring him down, but that's why you give them that Wildcat look to create an opportunity for big plays.
And this offense has really done a nice job on the ground. Like, the ground game has been solid, man. Nice job opening holes, running the football. They've been consistent with the run. And as this game creeps along, right, if they can continue to do this with the lead, this is going to be a game that they're going to have in hand.
And the Hurricanes come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They're going to go right back to him on first down. He breaks a tackle.
And this is a pressing time for this defense. They've got to understand, they're backed up a little bit. They're going to run the football. They don't want to make a mistake. So I think this is the time I'm a little bit more aggressive. I got to get this football back to my offense because I'm trailing. So I look for this defense to get a little bit aggressive.
They can really be aggressive after that last play. It's 2nd and 3. He's stopped, but he's got enough to move the chain.
And that hurts on defense, giving up the first on the ground like that. We're in a one-possession game. You've got all 3 timeouts. I think you got to start burning them here to save some clock.
The Hurricanes are rolling down the field. The secondary walks up on the line, showing press coverage. They'll run it to keep this clock grinding. They were all over it.
And after that negative play on offense with the lead late in the game, I think there's still ways that you can be creative and run the football, but not be so obvious. So zone read type plays, fake dives and pitches to the running back to get him outside, jet sweeps. You can find other ways to keep the clock moving, even though the defense knows you're going to run it.
Hits the hole, it's Fletcher. Powers through the defender. Into a mass of giant bodies, we'll call it a 1-yard gain to the 24. 2-minute timeout arrives, and this defense desperately needs to get the football back. The earth is shaking. Bounce House living up to its name as UCF tries to get off the field. Ncaa rushes on. Just gets rid of it to the running back underneath. And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short. No wasted time as the defense uses a timeout here. 1:54 left to play. They have the lead in a one-possession game, but they're thinking deliver the knockout blow, but this carries big-time risk on 4th down. Still on his feet at the 45. Oh, a lot of space. The 10. To the house. Touchdown, Canes. They put another score on the board as they try to push this winning streak to 3.
And it was so important for the offense to come up with a touchdown there and not kick a field goal. You're trying to put this thing out of reach. And that touchdown puts so much pressure on their opponent now with less than 2 minutes to go.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Wide receiver going in motion. Back to pass. It's Barnett. Here comes the heat. Out wide left, it's Wade. Out across the 40 and forced out of bounds at the 42. And now this offense is clicking.
Hey, you know, the defense here in this situation with a huge lead, they've got to anticipate that this offense is going to be trying to throw the ball to the sideline, so they've got to work different coverages to try to force the quarterback to go over the middle of the field with the football.
Look out! Still looking for a man. Just couldn't find an open man. He'll get rid of it, and it'll be second down.
Well, this offense hasn't had a ton of success today. It's because I think of some of the issues in the passing game. They've never had the rhythm. Protection has been a bit spotty and iffy. Quarterback's got to raise his level of play here late in this 2-minute situation if they're going to get the win.
A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on second down. They'll throw again after the incompletion. Snagged in the middle, it's Watson. He makes the stop at the 48. That'll be enough for a first down and a pickup of 10. They'll hurry to the line with the clock still running.
And after that long completion for the first down, did you see everybody sprinting to the line of scrimmage offensively? They want to go tempo right now.
And he's able to shed one tackle and gets a pretty good pickup. Clock's running, and they'll try to get to the line warp speed for second down.
And that's exactly what this defense needs to do. The clock is your friend. Try to keep them in bounds. No big plays, and let that clock just tick.
Offense rushing to the line of scrimmage. Clock is stopped for the first down. They'll try to get it off quickly. Fresh set of downs going up top. Dumps it to the back. Right side, it's Chambers. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line. The Knights racing to the line in the hurry-up. Tells the play fake, wants to throw on first down. Way off target there.
Well, the quarterback off target on that one. And in this 2-minute situation, you've got to be able to call and run passing plays that you feel like you can run in your sleep.
Long way to go on second down. He's going to change things up against this defensive look. Looking to throw, it's Barnett. And he had it for a second, but it just dribbled out of his hands.
And obviously, guys, this drive is critical. You're down, you've got to score. So with a couple of timeouts in your pocket, man, like, that changes the whole dynamic of this 2-minute drill. Like, I can work the whole field. And here coming up on third down, man, don't be scared to do that. Don't be scared to run it. Don't be scared to throw a...
And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21. Offense will use a timeout with 28 ticks remaining.
Well, the offense has made it known on this drive. They're trying to throw the football, and they're going to let this quarterback go to work. The defense does a great job winning up front. They get the sack to try to slow this momentum down.
And guys, hold that thought just a second, because here comes the fourth down play. If they don't get it here, this one is probably over. Snapped it, and he has to have it. It's incomplete, and they desperately needed to keep that drive going, and they couldn't make the connection. The defense will use a timeout, and the clock is stopped with 24 seconds left.
And that just about does it. That about puts this thing to bed. The offense, listen, they had to go for it, but now defense, this is the situation when you say, I'm just going to eat clock up by